Hello guys and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be discussing about the Bitcoin, crypto and the altcoin markets. Is a local rebound about to come? This week is going to be super important if we're going to see this very sharp rebound or maybe a continuation to a new all-time high. So stay with me until the end of the video. I'm going to explain to you with the data what to expect, how to move forward. And of course, guys, please, if you're new to the channel, subscribe, smash the like button, help us to grow this channel because we come here with the highest quality data, no BS approach to show you the reality of trading and investing. I want to go straight away, guys, and show you what's happening right now with BTC so we can have a point of the situation from a macro point of view as well as the short-term point of view, and then we're going to discuss about altcoins as well. Bitcoin at the moment, guys, is sitting at around $97,000. The reason why we dropped from 107 180 is because of Donald Trump installing all this fear about tariffs, about so many issues that the market, of course, reacted by taking money away. Lots of market makers shorted the market. Now they're saying there is no alt season because it's going to go down, but I'm going to show you why I don't think is the case. And of course, guys, in between this time where we have this very, very choppy market, the only way you can do in this situation, first of all, whether you are an investor or you are a short-term trader, what you can do, you can trade in this situation, like, for example, altcoins, like in our VIP group, guys. The market has been incredibly difficult, but the VIP group has been able to make money regardless. Every day we're making very, very good money, great trading calls from myself. You can see, like, I post these calls over here, when to buy, when to get in, when to get out, myself, as well as my pro member as well. Guys, we are one of the community with the highest level of success winning rate in trading. So if you haven't done so, we have Bitcoin analysis, altcoin analysis, short-term, long-term, for you to understand when it's time to get out, the time to get in, how to understand all the macro picture of this cycle as well, and so much more. Education section as well. So if you haven't done so, come and join our VIP group. There is a little trailer over here. There is also like our trading results. They speak for themselves, guys. Green after green after green. We are doing incredibly well. So if you want to come, guys, link in the description. Of course, if you want also to trade with an amazing no KYC exchange, that's what I trade, and you are sick and tired of this Binance and Qcoin and whatever that they are terrible, with the customer, come and join Bluefin. Bluefin is a great platform. There is a link in the description to become. You can go for my code. You're gonna get so many discounts on trading, on your trading fees, guys. Bluefin, great platform, no KYC, very, very fast execution. So many altcoins to trade. You will not regret it. Sign up now, guys, because then you can trade with myself. But now let's go back and talk about business here. Bitcoin from a macro point of view. If another person is going to tell me that this is the end of the cycle, I'm going to go there and just really slap him in the face. Sorry for being so rude at the moment, but that's the reality. Nobody can tell you right now from a macro point of view that this is the top of the cycle. Nobody. Bitcoin is still sitting at the 9-week moving average. You still haven't lost the 9-week moving average, and people are still calling for the top as always. Guys, I don't know, and I'm very humble about it. I don't know if this one is the top or the bottom, or we're starting or we're finishing. But nobody can tell you right now, oh, this is the top, because what they're doing, they are gambling. Okay, so right now I'm gonna show you from like an objective point of view where we are. We are ranging here. We are doing this range over here. This and this. We are still above the weekly moving average. Okay, the 9-week moving average, which in general is supporting an uptrend. Right now here, this is an uptrend. It's not a downtrend. It's not a top bull market, top whatever you want to call it. This one is a clear uptrend. And if we're going to close, okay, tomorrow we're going to close this weekly candle below here, then I will tell you, okay, probably what could be happening from there. We could be seeing more downside to come, maybe touching this level over here at 89,000, then a rebound, and then, of course, we assess. But for those who are investors, they'll invest in, like, short-term, long-term, whatever, and they had to listen to every day those fathers, perma bears, saying that this is over, we're going to be finishing. I really would like to reaffirm my point that this is a range. That's what it is. Okay, so what is going to be the catalyst for this week for us to see a nice rebound from here? It's going to be this one over here, guys. We have CPI this week. CPI is the Consumer Price Index. I would say, one of the most important measurement of inflation in the United States. We want this number to come low. Okay, so you can see that there's a consensus that we are going to see a 2.9, again, like an unchanged CPI coming for January. And if we're going to see lower numbers than 2.9, for example, 2.7, 2.6, then we could be seeing the market ripping up again. The reason is because the Fed is probably going to cut interest rates potentially in March. The market is going to price in um, rate cuts, and therefore we should be moving higher. Also, I would like to reaffirm a very important point, which probably you are not aware. I got a good, very friend of mine. I can't disclose any names, but I got a very good friend of mine, works for UBS, very big trader, manages lots of money. And he's telling me that since Trump has established the tariffs, they are basically going for beers. They're going for beers. They are just going for lunches and beers, and they are not touching the trading floor. And what it means that so many institutions right now, they went flat. Once Donald Trump came, started to talk about these tariffs, they are uncertain, and market doesn't like uncertainty. So they told me, Andrea, we are all waiting. We are all waiting to see what is going to be the latest development. We're waiting to see the CPI, because once all this fear about tariffs is going to go away, once the CPI, if it comes, of course, lower than expectation, we see inflation is coming down, and we can see that there is a likelihood of Fed to cut further interest rates. This market is going to go up again. But of course, on the other hand, if Trump does something stupid, if the CPI is going to come at 4%, because we don't know, right? Then, of course, we're going to have a plan B, and we should be seeing more downside. Now, looking at the chart here from a very objective point of view, I can see the following. We see right now, Bitcoin, we are basically chopping everywhere. And that's the reason why market makers and institutions are not involved right now, because we're doing this. This is not even like a price action. This is just a BS action. That's what it is. So as long as we are not going to be able to define a proper price action, right, we're just going to keep chopping around. Maybe we're going to potentially go up here, go to this level, go down again, go to this level. So we want to see more, I would say, clarity within this space over here. We can see it as well, like, short term. What we can see, there is a definition of a potential channel right now for BTC. And as long as we're going to stay in this channel over here, from here to here, we're going to keep chopping around. But we're going to go up to here, around 101. We're going to go down to here, and so on. I also want to show you what could be happening if we're going to see, for example, a good, data with the CPI. What we could be seeing could be something like that. With a good CPI on Wednesday, we might be seeing maybe like a strong rebound, potentially up to this area. Remember that we now have established from this point here to this point here a potential, what we call the ABC pattern, right? So we want to see, for example, whenever you have an impulse and then you have a correction, the correction usually is like an ABC. So you have for example, A, then you have a B, and then you have a C. So what I'm actually looking at right now is the fact that what we could be seeing is going to be, if inflation, CPI is going to come lower than expectation, could be a rebound for Bitcoin. And what I'm expecting right now is going to be a retracement up to, for example, this one was the local bottom, a retracement up to the golden pocket of the fib retracement, which is sitting around $102,800. So I would probably be thinking that if this is the case, that we're going to see a low CPI, we could be seeing a nice pump to $102,800. And then, of course, we need to see, once we're going to get to this level, if we're going to be able to have enough strength to continue higher, or are we going to see more continuation to the downside? At the moment, I'm inclined to think that we should be seeing a rebound coming from this area, around 93 to 94,000. So it could be another drop down to this level. Then we're going to see a big pump, perhaps to a 102, 103, and then maybe one last capitulation event before continuing higher. That's what I can see right now. Is this going to happen? I don't know, and I don't care. And as I always say, are we going to see a nice pump up to here? By the way, guys, I bought a bunch of altcoins recently, so you're going to see pump up to here. I'm going to sell what I bought, still uncertain. We're going to go down to there. I'm going to buy more, of course. So that's what I can see right now with BTC, I would say, short term. Now, let's talk about very important as well, liquidation heat map. of you like spot holders, what are you doing? So this is the liquidation heat map of Bitcoin. You can see here we have liquidations until 140, 130, 140, liquidation down to 67, $70,000. Those are my extremes. So I am 60% in cash at the moment. I'm going to deploy my cash maybe another, let's say 20% if we're going to go down to maybe 85K, 87K. And then I'll probably deploy everything I have if we're going to go down to 60K, 65K, around here. Or if you're going to go up and pump to this area 130, I'm out of the market. Simple as that. I follow the liquidation. I follow the market makers. All of this maybe might be fake orders, who knows, to deceive customers, but that's what I can see from here. We can also see, for example, in the data, the whales order as well. Very important. Whales order, again, I've been suggested by so many very, very good traders that sometimes these orders can be fake, so they can be real and to deceive people. But look at the amount of orders here. I find it fascinating, like how many orders do we got at this level. You can see even on the daily. Yeah, we got orders until, that thing is 400,000, 500,000, and down to 15,000. So I guess in this case over here wouldn't be as reliable. What I'm probably going to rely more is going to be the liquidation heat map. Now let's talk about altcoins. Altcoins, very important. Others, similar to Bitcoin. That's what I can see right now. This is probably the situation I can see. I can see that what we could have formed at the moment is a sort of like a ABC correction. So the point we need to make here with altcoins is have altcoins bottomed already? So we have done A, B, C, and now we are ready for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or we had done an A, that's A, then we're gonna do a B, and then we're gonna have a C, and then we're gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, for example. I guess you need to let me know in the comments what do you think is gonna is more likely. So the thing is, looking at the RSI, we're pretty down, but same thing as happened here. So maybe it could be the same as we saw at this point, where we went down, RSI went down to the 30, tried to go up again, down again. I mean, we're talking about the sentiment. The sentiment is terrible right now. Terrible, which in general, we can see like a nice local rebound. So my expectation will be that if we're going to see a nice CPI, we could be seeing altcoins rebounding perhaps to this point here. To this point here, which could probably correspond to the golden pocket, 359 billion. So that's what I could see. Could see rebound. Let me just make it and zoom in a little bit for you so you can see better. We could be see a rebound up to here around 344, 360, and then we need to see is this one is a B, C, or is this one A, B, C, and then we start again. I guess once we're gonna get there, we're gonna decide. We're gonna see what is gonna be the next move from altcoins, but there is a massive support around this area. Again, altcoin season is finished; it's over. I'll let you say whatever you want, guys. I work with the data, I work with analysis. I don't work with hopes, hopium, and opinions. That's what I can see. Now, let's talk about another important chart. We can see at this point here, which is the DXY. DXY also very important. Why? Because DXY in general is inversely correlated with Bitcoin and crypto. Right now, we had a big pump. Again, if the CPI is going to come low, expectation of inflation are going to come down, Fed is going to cut rates, this thing should be going down. So as a first point that I want to see the DXY to fall down to see like a local, I would say like a local bottom, is probably going to be down here at 102. So if CPI comes lower than expectation, I can see DXY to go down here. If this happens, big rebound in altcoins, big rebound in Bitcoin, and then we have to wait and see. We had to wait and see because, as I said before, we could be seeing from the altcoins and rebound and then more downside and then finally up, or we can see up to here. So whenever we're going to have this, as I showed you before, this pump up to here, and then is going to correspond to the DXY down to here, then we need to see where are we going to be? Simple as that. Also very important, the US 10 years and 2 years treasury yield. You can see that the 2 years fixed income, where people park their money for fixed income to get 4.2% every year, you can see is on the rise. It's on the rise, but there is not so much strength, in my opinion. And what we could be seeing from here could be a retest around this area, going down again, A, B, C. Could be another thing. If this one goes down, very good for stocks and crypto. Next one as well, the 10 years, another indicator as well. You can see lost this channel, try to go back out to the channel, got rejected. So what is going to be happening here? Are we going to go and go up this way, or are we going to continue to go down? This probably will correspond to the lower CPI, but if you're going to see a bad CPI, we could be going a rip higher. My opinion, I think, is going to go down here on a, I would say, temporary basis. That's what I can see from now. Okay, so that's what I can see right now from crypto, for Bitcoin, and anything else. So I would say that overall we are still in a good situation. Of course, the sentiment is absolutely terrible. Something I'm taking also into consideration, which is of course very important. I'm also observing the volume footprint as well. I want to see if there is some positive delta coming in right now. Are people buying altcoins, or is actually just a fade right now? We can see all the time from here. And as you can see, what is actually quite funny is that although we are correcting right now, you can see that we saw a green delta in this point here of 3.7 trillion, which is good. Then you see minus, minus, minus. Then you see this minus 22 trillion. That's like very, very bad in a sense that maybe they're not done selling. They might try to do one more dip before the CPI. Remember that usually when there is a CPI, this kind of news, market makers tend to flush the market, right? So they might probably sell in anticipation of CPI. So they might do something like this. They might pump it up to here, go up like that, bring it down to CPI. Then we need to see if CPI is going to pump, which I'm expecting. So we're going to see finally like a nice push up. Otherwise, more downside and then up again. But right now, I gotta be honest, looking at the volume footprint from altcoins as well as Bitcoin, there is still more selling than buy. And reason being, as I said before, lots of institutions are flat at the moment. This one actually looks quite good. This one looks quite good in the sense of we are having here just a negative delta of minus 178. It means that we're going to see a weekly closure above this 9-week moving average, as well as a positive delta that could be telling me that we could be having a short-term reversal soon. So let's probably monitor all this data, and of course, I'll let you know tomorrow what's going to be happening. Guys, I really wish you're going to have a great Sunday. Thank you for watching me. And as I said before, guys, join the VIP group, best community in the world, as well as